Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there who are pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shathir from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. All right. And the title of today's sit down is going to be No, I Do Not Support the Black Man. All right. And I wasn't intending on doing this sit down. You know, I had a few other things in mind. And quite frankly, I was trying to, be at the gym so I could work on some gains. But this nigga got me so riled up in the spirit, I just had to do a sit down. So the story behind this was that a brother in the camp here, he needed some assistance, okay? And I told him, we're all good, brother. We can link up at my house 10:30 Friday and we'll be cool. So it's like, the water. So like, no problem. So Friday comes, I put my gear on, go out to the bank, and after I get what I need out of the bank, I get inside my car and I'm just like, man, it's cold out here and I got less than half a tank. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and hit this gas station up just so I can have a full tank in the event that the temperature drops. So I go on into the gas station, get out the car, and this nigga pulls up in his Lincoln, okay? And he tells me, his name, that, he ain't on nothing funny. He's just out here trying to promote his music. And he, sticks his hand out to shake my hand, goes back in his car, pulls out a CD. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, okay, And I told him, I'm not interested, but I can't knock you, it's legit. So it's like, you just keep doing what you're doing. And he was like, anything will do, I'm not asking for much. And I'm just like, is this rap or what it is? He's like, oh, it's not rap. Well, I was like, well, that's cool because I don't really listen to rap. Now, I meant to tell him I don't really listen to, for lack of a better phrase, the Christian or gospel rap. And that's only because I have heard some, and a few people are decent. A few of their songs are decent, where the message isn't nonsense. But for the most part, a lot of it sucks. And he said, well, it's not rap. I do gospel. It's more like gospel. And that's what I was really like, no. I don't listen to gospel music. And he was like, well, it's okay, it's gospel. I was like, I don't really listen to gospel music, man. And he was like, well, anything will do, not as much. Even if you don't want to buy the CD, you can still donate if you want to. And I was just like, well, I would prefer to give you money and support you for something that I listen to, not just give you money to just be giving you money. I don't never give no. Who do you give money to and you ain't gonna get nothing back in return? That don't make no sense. So after standing in the cold, because today it's probably about 20 some degrees outside, him trying to convince me for about 2-3 minutes to either buy the CD or donate, I told him, I'm good. And so he looks at me like, you see, you got an excuse. I see how it is. You don't want to support the black man. And that immediately just riled my spirit up. And part of me wanted to go in, but I was like, you know what? I still need to pump this gas. And I actually have a brother who needs help. Not no black man. I got an Israelite brother who needs my help. So I was like, you know what? The hell with that nigga. I got better things to do. All right. And that's what has sparked this whole sit down. And just to tell you, no, I don't support the black man. All right. Because what does the black man promote? He promotes being a homo, because a black man is attached to black culture. And black culture, as I said, promotes being a homo, being a lesbian, being an adulterer, being a weed head, all right, doing all these wicked holidays, all right. That's what being the black man promotes, all right. On top of that, he promotes his daddy, Caesar Borgia, as the world most commonly knows him as, is the so-called image of white Jesus, all right. So no, I don't support the black man. I only support Israelites, true, sincere, loving Israelite brothers, all right? And so that brings me to Romans, the ninth chapter and the 6th verse. Wait a minute. Romans, the ninth chapter and the 6th verse. It says, not as though the word of Yahweh taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. So that applies to not only people who know that they are Israelites, all right, it also who are doing wickedly, okay, I had to emphasize that, but it also is referring to folks who just in general don't know that they are Israelites. All right, and this guy obviously didn't know that he's an Israelite, because he's talking about, oh, you don't want to support the black man. You damn right I ain't going to support the black man. Look what supporting the black man has gotten us. Nowhere. Exactly. All right. Supporting the black man keeps us in the same wasted cesspool of madness that we're in right now. All right. I support my Israelite brother. Okay. My true brother, my neighbor. Because see, he has that whole black culture, Caesar Borgia indoctrination. All right. So he's expecting somebody like me to help him, and he's definitely not my neighbor, because he's the so-called black man. So, you know what? Speaking of neighbor and helping, let me just get that. We're going to go to Galatians, the 5th chapter and the 14th verse. It's for all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Right. Your neighbor is an Israelite, not a black man. All right. Whose mind is completely soaked and saturated with black culture and Caesar Borgia, which is one and the same. All right. And you know what? I wanted to get that word neighbor in Galatians 4 and 15. So Galatians 5 and 14, for all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, you shall love your neighbor as thyself. All right. So go down to here. It says neighbor, G4139. Let's see what that is. It says Plasion, all right? A neighbor, a friend, be any other person, and where two are concerned, the other, thy fellow man, thy neighbor, according to the Jews, any member of the Hebrew nation and commonwealth. Okay, according to Christ, any other man, irrespective of nation. Well, that's going off, because that's the law. We all know the law is only given to Israel. So that's a whole nother subject. But in any case, it's saying that your neighbor that you should show love to and help is your fellow Israelite man. So, no, sir, I do not support the black man. Okay? Because as I said, that black culture and that Caesar Borgia mindset is complete madness. All right? And the scripture has a verse that perfectly applies to you. Okay? This is Galatians, the first chapter, and the 9th verse. And it says, as we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed. All right, and I forgot what that word in the Greek accursed mean, but I do remember the definition, and it said a person who is cursed and doomed to the direst of destruction. That is the fate that's awaiting that nigga. Why? Because he's preaching another gospel, which is why I cannot support him, because he's black. Man, a black man who subscribes to black culture, a doctrine that's completely contrary to the scripture. All right. So for any of you clowns, who I know if you hear this, you're gonna be scoffing, all right? Cause you niggas can't get out that mindset about how you black. All right? You're completely under that strong delusion that the Bible speaks of. So if you just so happen to hear this and you meet me or any other Israelite brother on the street and you trying to convince them to support you, or you trying to tell them, well, how come you don't support the black man? That's the exact reason why we do not support the black man. The black man is a damn nigga that preaches contrary to the scripture. So for that dude today that wanted to get on me because I don't support the black man, the hell with you, the hell with your music career, and the hell with your black culture and white Jesus doctrine. All right? And with that being said, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. With that, I want to say shalom.